Hi everyone, we are here at Lentor MRT looking for good food.
This piece of land behind us is going to be developed into a 1.7 hectare integrated mixed-use development called Lentor Modern. There's going to be both residential and commercial spaces, including a supermarket and even a childcare centre.
Means all these residents here will have direct access to Lentor MRT, which is along the Thomson East Coast line.
So if you're thinking about moving to this area, or you're just interested to know what's good to eat around here, stick around because we're going to be showing you 4 dining enclaves.
Okay, first of all, we're going to bring you to the nearest market and food centre. We're going to show you a really good fried Hokkien mee.
Then we're going to be bringing you to this row of shops, right, where you can find things like prata and zi cha.
And then we're going to show you our secret place for eating the best xiao long bao in the world.
And finally, we're going to take you to a bakery cafe in a nature park.
Okay, chop chop curly pop, let's go! So I'm here with Desmond and Regina. This young couple operates Sumo, fried Hokkien prawn meat, and a lot of other things. So Desmond, 你已经做了几年了？这个
炒福建面大概是16岁炒到现在。
你今年几岁
？33岁。
Although he looks so young, he's already been frying Hokkien mee for a long time. So 你炒福建面的时候，哪一点最重要？炒福建面
用心炒最重要，真的是。
OK， 不是上汤的问题。
上汤给你多好的汤，你没有用心炒都没有用。不可以太大锅，刚刚好是最好。
You are doing the carrot cake.
Yeah,
Where do you go and learn how to do carrot cake?
I learned from him.
When you were young, did you imagine yourself being a hawker?
No, actually I grew up in the hawker centre because my parents are working in the hawker industry. So actually my parents wanted me to study lah, but I
But
ended
then
up
you
here
met
lah.
this fella very young.
Yeah, correct.
不到工人吗？请不到工人先找女朋友先啦，帮忙。
So we look forward to eating your Fujian mian and the carrot cake.
So we are here at Ang Mo Kio 628 Market, and this is the nearest market and food centre from Lentor MRT, which is where Lentor Modern is going to be.
Yeah, it's only a 10-minute walk away, and as you know, the market and food centre is such a central part of the Singaporean lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So this market has got quite a few famous stalls, but
Yeah.
today we're going to talk about Sumo fried Hokkien mee. The way he fry, right? I'm super impressed. I mean, this guy really puts his heart and soul into a Hokkien mee.
What we hear from him is that he not only does he fry Hokkien mee, but he goes around Singapore to eat all the different Hokkien mee
when
as
you
well.
when you talk to him, you know he knows what he's doing. Whether he know all the theory about frying is whether the Hokkien mee tastes good.
It's very good.
It's very good.
Okay, but that's not all right, because the wife does the chai tao kueh as well, so we need to try the chai tao kueh.
Hey, this chai tao kueh is very good. The fact that the chai po has been fried beforehand, you can taste that it's sweet and yet it's very nice and very pang
Okay.
which makes it very good.
Yeah. Maybe if I've eaten this before the Hokkien mee, it will be even nicer. But to me, the Hokkien mee has overpowered my senses a little bit.
Is it?
Yeah. So
No,
it's not as pang as I expected
I
it
think
to
this
be.
is really good.
But it's still good lah.
If you all have been reading my blog for a long time, you know that my favorite combination is Hokkien mee and sio ba. This market has got a roast meat store.
Yeah.
Part of the market, not part of the food centre.
Yes.
We can get all the roast meat, sio ba, and roast duck and everything for a very good price. And this sio ba is very special. It comes in a log rather than the flat.
Yeah, it almost looks like the Japanese tasu, right? Yeah.
So by doing it as a log,
Yeah.
2 advantages. One is you can actually stuff things inside and give it extra flavor.
Okay.
When you roast it as a log, it tends to be more moist. So my favorite combination, sio ba with Hokkien mee.
So all you need to do is to come to this market, buy the sio bak from the market, order the Sumo fried Hokkien mee, put it together, and that's perfect.
My advice is you buy the whole log or the whole piece, bring it home, put it into the oven for a while so that the skin will just crisp up nicely, and then you chop it yourself.
Okay.
Aside from the sio ba, this store also has pig head, the braised pig head.
Pig head,
You also
okay.
have roast duck, the chassis, the usual lah. And when you buy roast meats from this sort of store, usually it's about 30 to 40% cheaper than from the food stalls.
Yeah.
So okay, of course there are advantages and disadvantages lah.
Yeah.
The quality is a little bit different, but if you want a lot of meat, you know, for a big party, it is the place to be.
All right. I mean, these people have been doing this for like over 40 years,
43
right?
years.
43 years.
Yeah,
Wow,
they've been
amazing.
here. This market has been here for that long. Your neighborhood market nearest to Lentor MRT.
Yeah. So for our next stop, we're going to show you where you can find prata and zi cha.
Prata and zi cha together.
Lah. All right, so I'm here with Mr. Chu. He is the founder owner of Xiang Kitchen. 你的技术是从哪里学来的？
从我当兵出来之后，我就去做了，去学徒咯。从香港师傅那边学的，一直做到现在了。
那这间开了多久了？
这个招牌有17年了，
这一间是你第一间自己开的吗？
就是搬来搬去咯。这边是第4个地方了。
第4个地方啦。哦，可是每次都是叫这脆香小厨。这些菜呢是怎样想出来的？
经验哦，就是把最好的呈现出来了。
你其中一个招牌菜就是那个龙虾粥是吗？
对对对。
我看到你们有那些活的那些龙虾，为什么一定要活的呢？
活的才会够新鲜嘛。如果你用 frozen， 它的肉没有这样有弹性啊。
这么多道菜对吗？最骄傲的是哪一道呢？
龙虾粥啊，还有妈咪排骨啊。
And those are the dishes that we're going to be trying, so I'm looking forward to it. Okay, 谢谢你。Okay. Okay, so we are here at Xiang on Casuarina Road.
This particular stretch of shop houses,
Yeah.
right, quite amazing. On one end is Casuarina curry, where you get those crispy prata.
Yep.
And then on the other end is Ban Leong Hoa, where you get seafood. And then in the middle, there's even this shop that you can pick up old school biscuit.
Now, of course, here we are at Xiang Kitchen.
It's a kind of place where you can come on a weekday night with your family and just eat like home cooked food.
So, of course, we've been here before. Your
I'm
face appear on some of the pictures here.
That's many years
you
ago.
look a lot younger then.
A lot younger, and I think also a bit weightier. I don't know. This is lobster porridge.
Ooh, it's not the kind of porridge where the rice is already like yum yum, you know.
So this is like comfort food, you know.
Definitely on a day when it's raining, wow, this is very shiok.
Just a good stock. You know, put the lobster in. All this food I've already written before. You can see on the wall. This one is their Marmite pork.
I can smell the Marmite is very strong when
Yeah,
it first
Marmite
arrives.
pork is very
wow.
strong.
I'm not one who likes Vegemite, so make sure that it's not too strong. Oh, very good.
He always manages to tenderize his meat just nice, right?
Yeah, very tender,
And
very
then it's got
good.
because it's got the umami and then the sweetness.
Yeah.
It's a crowd favorite. This one
Yeah.
is easy. This is the fish head bitter gourd. This is
Alright.
your quintessential eat with rice dish, right?
So why is it fish head with bitter gourd? I mean, why not just fish slices would be better,
Oh,
right?
fish head is more interesting to eat, ma. As you get older, right, then you start to appreciate all the different textures, you know. And got the gooey bits, the sticky bits, things you can yum. Rather than just eat meat. Meat is just meat, lor. Just put in your mouth, okay?
It's kind of like a pepper
Yeah.
style or bean.
Black bean,
right?
black bean.
I must admit that, of course, when I was younger, I don't like bitter gourd. As you grow older, bitter gourd starts to grow on me.
The bitter gourd is soft, but yet still has a bit of crunch. So these three dishes have been here ever since I wrote about them years ago.
Yeah.
So they've stood the test of time.
Yep.
But I'm going to show you some new dishes that the chef is coming out with. First time I'm trying these dishes. This one is a
Yes.
vegetarian Beijing ya.
The pea looks like it's kind of like an egg
It's a
omelette,
crepe,
right?
lah. Yeah,
It's
some
a crepe.
styles of the Beijing ya, they use this kind of crepe.
And I assume that you take this skin of a Beijing ya,
Okay.
and then some cucumber and spring onion.
And then roll up.
Eh, but yours look quite nice, eh? Mine also not bad lah, hor.
Let's go.
Okay, cheers. I'm more of a meatarian than a vegetarian, right? But I must say that the flavor is very close.
Okay, it's nice, but you know the thing that's missing is the fat. Is that you know we bite into Peking duck, you
Yes,
got a bit
yeah,
of
the layer of fat,
juiciness,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But I mean, if you don't want to kill any ducks, it's an alternative.
Yeah.
This is the crispy fried fu pi tofu.
What is it called? Fu pi, ah? Fu
Fu pi
means
is the
what?
beancurd skin, no? Then you can put a bit of mayonnaise.
Nice. The inside of the beancurd is actually quite nice, eh?
But actually got a bit of fish.
Oh, okay.
Fish meat inside.
So this is actually not vegetarian,
No, no, no.
Some fish
I
meat.
thought it was going to be just plain tofu, but it's not. It's actually tofu with seafood, and I like it because the outside is crisp, then the inside is quite moist and flavorful. I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for the crab.
Yeah, I love crabs.
Okay. As per the usual practice, I have to peel for you.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much. That's why I married you.
So this is their white pepper crab.
Okay, smells good. For me, right, I think the crab is nice. I
Yep.
wouldn't say it's the best
Nope.
white pepper crab around town. If you're here to eat, you know, a lot of the signature dishes and you feel like having some crabs, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's the best in town,
Yeah.
but it's not bad. Okay, we say okay at the same time.
Okay, you
That
say
means
okay.
it's really okay. Okay, so where to next?
Next, we're going to show you our favorite Xiao Long Bao restaurant. So we're here at Ang Mo Kio Block 151, Avenue 5, which is just about 1.2 or less than 2 kilometers drive away from Lentor MRT.
Yes, and this may look like just an ordinary HDB block,
Yeah.
but over here there's a coffee shop that serves really good Thai-style wonton mee, and also a place where you can find dim sum. But what we're after is right at the end of this block is a place called Shanghai RenJia, where we can find the world's best Xiao Long Bao.
Welcome to our secret Xiao Long Bao hideout.
Yes, yes. This small little restaurant run by a family, and they are actually from Shanghai.
Yes.
A place that we've been coming back to quite often ever since I started writing about them.
I think it's been like almost like more than 10 years.
More than 15, I think.
More than 15
yeah,
years.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Ever
we've
since they were in
patronized.
Thomson. Okay,
Yeah.
we better start eating the Xiao Long Bao because this is important.
Yeah.
We've eaten Xiao Long Bao when we were in China, in Taiwan, and we still feel that this is the best.
Yes.
So yeah, I say it's world best, but it's my world.
Oh,
Notice one thing, right?
yeah.
Over here, they don't give you the ginger and the vinegar.
Yeah.
Because the owners, they use the freshest meat. They only use fresh pork. They buy the pork in a whole block, and then they take away all the the lymph nodes and all the ligaments, and then they mince their own pork.
In fact, they were the ones who educated us on it, right?
Yeah,
They said
yeah,
the reason why you have the black vinegar and the ginger is because the quality of the pork sometimes not very good. So therefore, you need to mask it with all this. You see, but here, don't mask it with any ginger and any
eat it
vinegar.
as is. The only problem with this place is a very small restaurant. They only got
Yes.
about 5 or 6 tables. So if you want to come, make sure you call ahead of
Yes,
time.
that's right.
Book your table, okay? One of our favorite dishes is this spring roll. This spring roll is very different. It's nice and gooey and
Yes.
moist inside. It's not your typical spring roll where the ingredients are dry. And now the only problem with this one, right, is that you have to be patient.
Yes.
Xiao Long Bao, when it comes, you gotta really eat it straight away. This one you have to wait about 5 minutes because
Yeah.
or else it's just too hot,
We often have this problem because whenever it comes, we immediately want to eat it, right? But it really burns, yeah.
Seng bao is supposed to be, when you make the bao, you're supposed to fry it in the pan
Yep.
with the cover on so that the top steams and the bottom fries.
Ah.
So a Seng bao should look like this. You know, a lot of places where you go to, they actually just have a normal steam bao and then they will fry it on a pan to crisp up the bottom, right? So that's not authentic Seng bao. But when it comes and you bite into it, the juices just come out.
This is like a tang bao in a fried dumpling way, yeah.
This is one fried egg dish
Yes.
that we always must order when we are here.
That's right. I mean, the lady does such a good job frying this.
You can tell that we are regulars here, right? I mean, these are all our favorite dishes that we always must
Yes,
order when
that's
we come
right.
back
Okay,
here.
well, we need to eat this.
This is fluffy, it's velvety, it's just perfect. With moist, the flavor is just, when they take simple things, they add a lot of passion to it, and they cook it really well. 你这间开了多久了？
开了18年了。
很久了哈，我们已经认识了很久了哈。
对对对
啊，以前在那个单身路那边啊，然后就搬来这边。你看我们新加坡的小笼包、生煎包的水准怎样？现在？
现在水准都很高啦。我当时的时候比鼎泰丰还早嘞。
啊，对啊。When you come, say hi to 张老板 and then come and enjoy the food here, OK？ 谢谢你啊，谢谢你。 Please be patient when you come here.
Yeah.
Because everything is made fresh.
Yes.
So you might have to wait a bit for your food.
Yeah.
When you finally get down and sit down and the food arrives, it's all worth it.
So, where are we off to next?
Next I'm going to bring you to the Lowef Shack.
Lowef Shack? Dear, this is the Lowef Shack, not the Lowef Shack.
When you get them excited, ma, Lowef Shack, Nature Park.
PG, okay?
Anyway, okay, this is a artisan bakery cafe located at the entrance of Springleaf Nature Park, which is right at the end of this row of shops, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with, which have Springleaf Prata, they got a Thai Mookata, and several other quite well-known shops.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, basically, down here is just a 5-minute walk to the nearest MRT, which is Springleaf MRT, which is only one stop away from Lentor MRT. So this is really very close to Lentor, the future Lentor Modern.
So the thing we like about this cafe is that they actually bake all their own things.
Wow,
So,
right.
you know, all the breads are made here.
Yes.
And then, of course, the coffee, the owner,
Yeah,
he
about the
puts a
coffee.
lot of attention to the coffee. And also, all the ingredients here are very specially sourced. So here you have their breakfast burger, which basically is a homemade brioche bun. I think it's sourdough brioche, if I'm not
Okay,
wrong.
yep.
They got luncheon meat and then scrambled eggs. And they're using a very nice, very dark orangey eggs, you know, for their scrambled eggs, free-range eggs.
The way they do it so that you can just bite, right?
You take one bite and then I'll take the rest.
The brioche bun is really very soft. And then, you know, sometimes you eat those burgers, right? The bun can sometimes be very dry, not very good, or it's too soft. But this one is like perfect, leh. Quite good, leh.
I mean, you got your very normal luncheon meat and egg sandwich we can make at home.
Yes.
But if you want something really special, very atas, this is as good as you get. So here we have a selection of their breads. I think we got a brioche, some sourdough bread, and then we got your bacon, and then they also make their own nut butter, and even make their own jam.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's not so sweet, you know.
Wow, they make everything.
Yeah. They're very passionate. And right now the rain is pouring, but we are dry and it's
Yes.
cool. And it's always nice to be among nature.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, like when you come to a place like this, right, immediately your mood get better already.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the cheeses, right? So
yeah.
they have different cheeses here. There is a pepper jack, and then they have this Parmigiano, which is like Parmesan cheese, and then they got this Italian, what is it called?
Scamosa.
Scamosa, which
Yeah.
is like a mozzarella.
Yeah, well, of course the cheeses will change, you know,
Seasonal
seasonal.
lah, yeah.
So whatever
Okay.
cheeses you know, he gets his hands on.
What I like about this place is a very kampong spirit, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a nature park, you can, and although there's limited seating,
Yeah.
but you can grab your food and put out a mat and then
Yeah.
sit anywhere you want.
Yeah.
I mean, they put even the water into wine bottles. So it's very, very cute, very
Yeah,
kampong
you come
spirit.
here, buy a few things, and have a picnic over there. Let's try the lemon tart. This is one of the things that they make here.
Yes.
I think it's the kind of tart that's going to make you go,
Oh, how's it?
okay, not quite that sour. It's enough sour. So
Yeah.
when you bite into the crust,
Yeah.
the sweetness of the crust then mellows it. I'm going to go and talk to Dawn about the coffees because the coffees are quite special.
Oh, okay.
Tell us why it's called Lowef Shack.
Actually, it's very simple. My surname is Lowe, L-O-W-E. When we came together to build this place, we were actually baking from home for 5 years, cakes and all that. And we wanted to emphasize on bread. So one of our consultant chefs said, why don't you put an apostrophe here to make it sound like a loaf of bread? So it's a loaf of bread.
So tell us about your coffee.
Yeah, so many variables. The most important thing is, first thing is, how old is the coffee? Because when you know the age of the coffee, you will know how to extract it. So from there, I would be able to tune and decide how fine I want the coffee. With the pre-infusion, which is the most important part. That some cafes don't have the machine that can do pre-infusion. Pre-infusion essentially just means that if the coffee is this old and you want sweet caramelized notes, you only have so many seconds to extract and take the flavors out.
Wow.
But sometimes when you go to a cafe where the initial flavor is strong and then it's bitter, simply because the water went in there and it stayed in too long, it went past the sweet notes, it took all the bitter notes out.
Okay, I'm not going to pretend that I understood all that. I'm not a coffee, I'm not such a coffee connoisseur. You know your coffee. Okay, so this is a good place to have a good cup of coffee in nature. This is the kind of place that I always look for. Yeah. How's the coffee?
Yeah, I think I can taste a little bit of the nutty, chocolatey, slight chocolatey kind of flavor about it, right? I mean, this particular one is just a single origin Colombian, and he says that he likes to mix the Ethiopian, which is more citrusy or floral notes, right? I must admit that it's not so easy lah to
unless you're a real coffee lover, right?
But I can say that yes, I can definitely. It's quite robust. Yeah.
The main thing is, can you feel the loaf in it?
Oh.
So we come to the end of another food trail. I hope you enjoyed the eateries that we have picked for you. I mean, we actually went around and we tried to search out all the best places. I think these 4 places that we chose, quite interesting. A bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of hawker, a bit of the cafe. So you can see all the exciting things. In fact, a lot more things around here that you can discover.
And finally, we'd like to thank GuocoLand for making this food trail possible.
Yep.
So happy eating and bye for now.